calling us on the phone lines. Hey, John, you're on Free Talk Live. What's on your mind?
I was calling in reference to, you had a caller earlier that was telling you that he was scared of the police.
Yeah.
I've got one for you. I work at an apartment complex here in Tallahassee, Florida, and I was basically threatened with a gun. I work on the grounds of the apartment complex, and a man and a woman came out. One had a bottle, and the man had a gun. Well, to make a long story short, I basically asked the guy, hey, there's people around, there's children, and they're kind of looking to me to maybe ask you to put the gun away, maybe for a later time, or take it somewhere else and shoot the gun somewhere where there isn't children.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
I want to ask some questions. What kind of gun are we talking about? And he had it in his hand, is that right?
Yes. At first, when he came down the stairs, he had his gun over the barrel of the gun, so I couldn't tell if it was a 22, a pellet gun. It was a gun. And like I said, people were concerned and looking to me to maybe say something. So I confronted him, politely, and as soon as I was done confronting him, he immediately went into, calling me racial names. I'm white, he was black, and called me every name in the book, and then threatened to shoot me with the gun several times.
Wow. And what did you have in the way of, did you have a stun gun or your own weapon or anything like that?
No, nothing. Mm-hmm. Nothing. I'm just a maintenance guy on the property there.
Oh, geez. Okay. This is above your pay grade to have to deal with. So
right.
Maybe I missed this, but how did you get basically tapped as the person to confront the guy with the gun when you didn't have any weapons yourself?
It happened really quick. They came out while I was working there on the property.
Okay.
Right where they were coming out. There were kids out there playing. There were parents out there with their kids. And they were across the way, but they were still looking at me like, here comes two people. They're drunk. They've been drinking. They had a really big, large glass bottle, and he had a gun. And after I confronted him, like I said, he basically started calling me names and threatened to shoot me with the gun.
Nothing more disconcerting than an armed drunk person.
Absolutely. So I said, okay, whatever, and I backed off and immediately called 911. The first thing, I'm searching for. I need some protection. Who knows what this guy's going to? Is he going to shoot me? Could shoot these kids. These people are just lunatics. So I called 911. At first, they couldn't find the apartment complex. I told them several times where it was, what the name of it was, and they had trouble finding the apartment complex. I'm like, look, by the time y'all get here, he's going to be gone.
Yeah, you know what they say, John, when seconds count, the police are just minutes away.
Right. Well, it took them a little while to get there. You're not going to believe how this turned out once I tell you how this went.
Yeah, tell me.
Once they finally did get there, they must have brought at least somewhere between 6 and 10 officers, including the sergeant of the Tallahassee Police Department.
Okay.
So they get on the scene. They confront us, and then they turn the whole thing around on me. And he says,
"Is the guy gone, or is he still there?"
No, he's still there. They took the gun from him. They told me that I was lucky that they didn't shoot him, for one thing. I couldn't believe they turned this all around on me. He says, well, you knew he had a BB gun. I said, sir, I didn't know what kind of gun it was. He had his hand over the barrel. He threatened to shoot me with it. The minute he threatened to shoot me with it, I wasn't going to sit there and wonder, well, gee, is it a pop gun or a shotgun?
Wow, serving and protecting. What a story, John. I'm glad you made it out there all right. Thanks for sharing that with us, and take care out there. That sounds like a really scary situation. Above his pay grade, for sure. Sorry you can't count on the people who are supposed to protect you. What else can you say?
Free Talk Live, 7 nights a week from 7 to 10 Eastern, live on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.